Hi, this is Shade Frey with taxsalesupport.com. I'm here with Steven Swenson, and this is one of our Property Deal of the Week videos.
Yeah, and today's video is a little bit different. Today we're going to be talking about GSAauctions.com, and what they actually are is that's part of the General Service Administration, and it's a division of the federal government.
Yeah, so basically what we're talking about is they are used to sell government-owned items. And so a lot of times we end up on GSA auctions because they're selling different types of real estate, but they also sell more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk a little bit about their website and what they offer today.
Yeah, before we do that, though, we noticed that only about 15% of you guys are actually subscribed to the channel, so we encourage you to get subscribed so that anytime we put out new videos with these new Deal of the Week videos, you'll be notified.
Yeah, I'd love to have you as part of the team. So when it comes to the auction website, they offer all kinds of all kinds of items, from boats to planes to industrial equipment.
Yeah, lots of heavy equipment.
Yeah, anything that the government may sell, they can offer it through this website, which can also include some types of real estate. So, as we are always looking for any type of government auctions, we check these websites regularly, look at some of the real estate that's coming up, and include some of that information on our websites if it's important.
Yeah, and one of the things that we found that we thought was kind of interesting was many lighthouses that the government is selling suddenly that are in locations, various locations, but lighthouses that were built a long time ago, and in many cases were in service for over 100 years.
Yeah, so in this case, we went ahead and went to the category of real estate and looked at some of the real estate that they were offering, which, like Shade said, included some lighthouses. So, kind of one of my first questions was why is the government selling lighthouses? So we went and looked up some of that information, and part of that has to do with a law that was passed in 2000 that really kind of made it important to preserve these type of lighthouses.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, advancements in technology have changed, the need for things like lighthouses compared to the way it was in the past. So basically, what they decided was they determined it was excess to the needs of the Coast Guard, that it wasn't needed.
Yeah, exactly. So the first thing the government does is they offer them to nonprofits like educational agencies, developments, park, recreational, historic preservation societies, things like that. And if they don't draw any interest, then what they'll go ahead and do is they'll sell them on the GSA website and offer them up to the general public.
Yeah, and that's basically what has happened here. Is we have, we've got a number of different lighthouses that are available for sale. So this first one is the Carysfort Reef Lighthouse.
Yeah, and Carysfort Reef is actually located around 6 miles east of Key Largo, Florida. It's a pretty cool looking lighthouse. It's 124 feet tall and has an octagonal type screw pile tower.
Yeah, I think they're pretty neat looking towers, and they have living quarters included with them as well. So they have a keeper's quarters, that are there, and are basically out there in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, now this is actually really old. Congress gave the funds to build this lighthouse in the 1840s, and it was manufactured in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1848, and then completed in 1852.
Yeah, so it was actually the oldest functioning lighthouse of its type in the United States until it was decommissioned in 2015. So it was decommissioned about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, and another interesting point about this lighthouse is that George Meade ended up going and supervising this particular lighthouse, helped build it, and he ended up being a commander of the Army of the Potomac, and was a part of the victory at Gettysburg. It's kind of interesting history involved with it, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so here we can see some of the details of the property. The lighthouse is starting out with a $15,000 bid, and it has 50 days remaining in the auction right now. So, there's no, this doesn't have an opening bid yet.
Yeah, it ends on April 22nd. Now, with this particular lighthouse, the structure is what's going to be conveyed, not the underlying submerged land. So they're not going to be selling you the land underneath. What they're essentially selling you is the structure, but the structure is going to stay in place. What they're looking for is really people to come in, buy these and preserve these. But in just thinking about it, there's so many different opportunities in something like that, to refurbish it into all kinds of things.
Yeah, well, it's hard to build something like that in the first place, and so you want to take advantage of it, the fact that it's there already.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. And that's part of the reason we wanted to show you. Here's kind of where it's at. You can see it's about 6 miles, out in the ocean from Key Largo, down there in kind of the Florida Keys area.
Yeah. Yeah, it also came with a lot of interesting information, about the lighthouse, along with kind of some hand-drawn notes here that describe how it's constructed.
Yeah, in fact, they're going to have a packet that goes through all of the details, what needs to be fixed, and they're actually looking for people that have some capital. So even though it only starts at $15,000, they want people that have, and kind of going over them, it can be over $1 million to kind of refurbish these so that they're going to last for another 100 years.
Yeah. Like we said, there's more than one that's available. But here are a couple of the images here from this first.
Yeah, kind of a lot of cool photos. Here's photos from the inside. You can see that corkscrew staircase that goes up. Pretty cool. Needs a lot of work, but it's also structurally sound.
Yeah.
They talk about that in just kind of going through and reviewing part of the notes. But you can see how it needs to be fixed, needs to be updated. But these were being used until 2015.
Yeah.
So, they or at least pretty neat and really kind of a part of history.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and the condition is not too bad considering that they were built, in the 1800s.
Yeah, it's been sitting out there in the ocean. I was thinking about how many hurricanes, and I mean, it's, withstand a lot.
Yeah, and there's the top part here with the lighthouse itself and the glass.
And part of what the photos will show you is actually things that need to be fixed. So here within the glass, we can see that those particular 3 glass panes are cracked.
Yeah. Oh, interesting though, and it would be a pretty interesting project to take on.
Yeah, so again, the details on this particular auction, it ends on April 22nd. It's going to be an online auction. Opening bid starts at $15,000 through GSA auctions.
Yeah, these are going to be interesting properties. You'll have to check back in and see what they end up selling for.
Yeah. So if you're interested in what we have to offer, go ahead and download our free ebook, Secrets of Tax Lien Investing. You can go ahead and click the link in the description, and that'll give you free access. Plus, you can join us on our Thursday night webinar. In fact, we're doing one next week for that.
Yeah, we'd love to have you join us for the free webinars that we conduct. We do those about every month to 2 months or so. We'll do a free webinar, and so we'd love to have you join us for that. You can also join us with the taxsalesupport.com membership program, which is only $39 a month if you want to do month to month, and provides both training and tax sale lists.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to give you access to everything we have, including our weekly webinars.
And pardon my being sick. I've been very difficult to understand here. So thanks so much for staying to the end.
Yeah, appreciate it.